sports. It's in the game.
Getting there. Awesome race, mate. Absolute fantastic race pace.
Greatest moment of my life. Thank you guys so much. 7 times, guys. 7-time world championship. I hope you realize what you've all done.
Getting there. Awesome race, mate. Absolute fantastic race pace.
Greatest moment of my life. Thank you guys so much. Got it, Bono.
Right. Hello, hello, hello. Yep, that works. Hello, Oses. Hello, hello. Oh. Hello, Oses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to round 5 of GRN Season 1. We're at Hungary this evening with 35 laps. Hello, Hilly. Hello, everyone. Thanks for a few messages in the chat there. Keeping me occupied. Oses says, "Oi, speak to me." Hello, Oses. How are you? We're at Hungary this evening. A very twisty technical track. Some people call it Monaco without the walls, I believe. Can often see some rain here. Oses is ready to take Hilly out. That'll be very entertaining to watch. I'm joined this evening again by Admiral, who unfortunately wasn't with me last week, but James stepped in to save the day, so thank you to James. But the stat man is back. Good evening, Admiral. How are you on this lovely Monday evening? Yeah. No. It's not one of my favourites. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see some action this evening as qualifier gets underway. We have the full 20 drivers again, which is good to see. A few new faces as well, I believe, including one person we know particularly well. So let's run through the grid. We've got Stacey, Val, Oscar, Hilly, Watson, High Life, Gamer Plays, Shadders, Oses, Biker Craig, who spectacularly crashed into the pit lane last week, which was very entertaining to watch. Deegs and the Sauber. Then I was calling him Killer, but James decided his name was Killer G, so gonna call him Killer G from now on. And we got Z Dave, Kev, Brit89, Blazing Flame, Project H, Monkey, Ben, and last week's race winner Ransdorf in the Williams. So, what sort of lap times are we looking for, Admiral? You know better than me. Preferably. Right, good job Corey's not here again this evening, because I imagine we're looking for 13s, 14s maybe. I'm not sure. I want to say 14, around 14, 15, roughly I would say is quite a decent lap. Yep. Right. So, it's dry to start with, but it does look a little cloudy, but it shouldn't be too bad. Perfect conditions, really. We're on board with Stacey. Just coming up to the end of his outlap here. Yet to score a podium in this division, which is quite surprising, to be honest, considering the pace he has. You'd expect bigger and better things, but maybe tonight is the night for him. As he comes around the final corner now to start his first lap of the evening. Should all be able to get 3 runs in. You do get the option for a 4th set of softs, but around a track like this, you probably might want to be 2-stopping potentially. I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't raced this for a long time. There's Stacey now down towards turn 2. Throws the car in there. Probably, along with turn 1, the only real major overtaking opportunity. And then down towards the end of sector 1 now. And then looks like throw the car through turn 4. Mind the traffic there. The Sauber keeping just out the way there. Coming through the middle sector now. This is where it gets tight and twisty. There's no real overtaking opportunity at all through here. Unless your opponent makes a mistake. Coming through the end of sector 2 now as Killer G goes fastest with a 1:19. First lap of the evening. Stacey with no battery left. He'll save it up through the last 2 corners and then burn it all down to the line. You would imagine. It's looking pretty good from Stacey so far for a first attempt of the evening. Around the final corner now. get on the power as quick as you can, up to the line, and it is a 1:15.2. Goes fastest for now. We got everyone on track apart from Ransdell, who won last week's race in Spain. Dominated, to be honest, but he did receive a post-race penalty, which was for manipulating the safety car. Yes. Disgusting. Ooh. Yeah. Never far away from controversy, is he, Mr. Ransdell? Beautiful looking Williams. I've not seen that one before. It's very nice. Very, very nice indeed. From your previous races, I know the guys like some of your hot laps, so would you like to take us for a hot lap with Ransdell before I go on board with him? He's the only one on an out lap. Well, you can pick who you want, mate, but do it. Let's not big him up too much, blimey. And he's coming in the pits. Very good. Superb. Superb. Thank you, Rads. I think he heard us and he's done that on purpose, you know. Oh, absolutely nailed that pit in. We have got two new drivers on the grid this evening, both in the Haas. Blazing Flame, who I've not seen before, still in the pits. He did leave the pits, so he might have invalidated his first lap. And then we've also got up in P3 here, Mr. Ozes, who we know quite well, Admiral. His general knowledge is below standard. Oh dear. He's an odd one. He's a funny boy. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. Who have we got? We've got Biker Craig starting a lap, currently in P5. We'll be hoping to avoid the pit walls this week as Ransdell retires out, so he's decided to start from the back. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. But he's not the only one here, of course, who's particularly fast. There are a lot of fast boys here. Steersy currently half a second clear. So let's do it. The Admiral hot lap. Biker Craig's invalidated, unfortunately. Bear with me just 1 second. The chat are saying they can't hear you. No, there's no option to tick the
That's my fault.
There?
That's my fault.
There is? It is your fault?
Sorry.
You're all good?
Sorry, I'm here now. Hello, ahoy, hoy, I'm here. Right, we're on board with Ozes. He's on board with Ozes. He's just about to start the lap.
Ozes, yep. Yep, here we go, come around the final quarter.
I mean,
Thank you for pointing that out, Stizzy.
I'm here now. You can hear my voice. And we've got Ozers going in a straight line. Look at this. You can brake very late for turn 1. Trying to hold the brakes, you turn in, just clip the inside, get a bit of rotation on it. It just kind of leans to the outside. Really careful on throttle. Bring the car over to the right-hand side. Again, you're trail braking into this corner, trying to hug the apex for as long as possible before you chuck it to the left to get the best angle on the right-hander. Bit of a straightaway, burn a bit of that battery. Take the corner really fast, clip the inside just to get that rotation. Don't go over the track limits. Really odd brake into this corner as well. Just got to kind of chuck it in, hope for the best, get on the throttle really early. And how much curve is he going to take over the chicane? Oh, I think he went a little bit wider in the first apex than he meant to there. Keeping it really far right for the maximum amount of corner he can take. Lots of curve being taken through this middle sector. Really twisty. Getting it. Oh, lots of curve. That's lots of curve in every corner there. That's brave. One more big braking zone into there before he chucks it in. Nice and tidy through the last sector. Really easy to draw out wide here. Don't get on the throttle too early, but he's managed to get through that corner nicely. A bit more stab of throttle before chucking it into the last corner. Hug it close to the apex. Quite early on the throttle again. Out of the last corner. Short run to the line and over for... was there a small improvement there?
There was, yeah. Quite a bit, actually. About half a second.
Very nice.
Goes up to P3. 1:15.9. Very, very nice indeed. Hopefully he can continue this pace into tomorrow. But we'll see.
Maybe not.
We've also got High Life coming around the final quarter out on his first flying lap of the evening. Will be another one who should be somewhere near the front. Here he comes. He goes into second. So very good lap indeed. 15.6. Steers. He's still well clear out in front. He's invalidated his second run though, unfortunately. Let's go to the championship leader now. He's also invalidated. Watson. Yet to win a race, but consistently up near the front. Gained him that championship lead.
That's all you need. You look at WAO Thursday division, how many races has Gupta actually won? And yet, up there.
Yeah.
Very, very few compared to other people, but consistently up in the high positions. It's rather impressive.
Yeah, starting another lap there. We've got Kev coming round. We've got Ben, who raced with us last night. 8 tenths up currently. Be looking to get into the 16s.
Yeah.
Around the second last corner there, in second gear, which is an interesting. He must be in maybe auto gears because this looks very wrong. Goes up to P7 though, with a great lap there.
Good old jump there.
Project H up in P5 as well.
Good improvement.
Superb stuff. Superb. Great laps from both.
Kev making a little
Kev
jump
goes
up.
into P8.
Very nice.
Got gamer plays now. Well down on his lap though, unfortunately. What about Hilly coming through sector 2? I believe he was on the podium last week. I believe he was third. I could be completely wrong with that, but
Have you done your research? Or do you want me to speak
Nope.
to the guys? I'll speak to the guys. See if we can get
yeah,
some.
unfortunately, doesn't look like Bernie's here yet.
No.
But Hilly is 8 tenths up now. Be looking to get near the front row. Should be able to pull something out through these final 2 quarters.
You would certainly be correct.
See, Dave says, "Oh dear." Oh dear, what? Dave.
Certainly be correct to say that Hilly was third last week.
Hilly goes second. 15.4. Great lap from him there. Absolutely superb.
Guys, I think there's going to be a good old battle at the front this week with a few more
It's looking.
high-paced drivers in here. Pushing towards the front as well. A couple of unexpected names, possibly, up in the top 10 currently. And a couple of people you'd expect to be up there that haven't quite put in the times. I seem to recall that obviously you expect championship leader Watson to be a bit higher up the grid. I believe Val is got a bit of speed in him, and Monkey as well.
Yeah. All to play for. 4.5 minutes to go.
Game of plays in
Qualifying.
12th. We'll be hoping for a bit of improvement.
Steers, he's on a lap here now. Looking to improve on his 15.2 currently.
Not had a very good first sector.
He's 10th and a bit down, unfortunately. It's potentially a bit wide through there, I think.
That is. Yeah, he's lost another half a tenth through there. Have a look at the chicane.
Yeah, that's not ideal at all, is it?
Taking
We'll go to someone else then,
less curved noses. And
I
he's,
think. Is there anyone else on a lap?
yeah, he's
Not really. No.
Steersy doing nothing special through the middle sector either. He's kind of maintaining his deficit to his fastest lap.
Yeah. We've got Blazing Flame now. Also coming in through sector 2.
Yeah, Steersy just
On debut, I believe.
Steersy chasing lap time, and he's gonna bail, come into the pits and try for a last run.
Yeah. Makes sense. Here comes Blazing Flame now. 2 tenths down currently. Coming into the final few quarters. Needs just under half a tenth to gain a position. So not impossible. Around the final corner now. Can he do up to the line? Here he comes. He does find it. It's a great final sector there. Goes into P6. That needs to move. He's right in my way. That's much better. Project H still up there in P7. Things are looking very good for him indeed at the moment. Be by far his best qualifying of the season. Do you believe?
I think the people that are looking to really put some lap times in, Game of Plays, Watson, Val and Monkey, I think they're a fair chunk below where they'd want to be. We'll all be looking at some massive improvement.
Yeah, especially Watson. Championship leader, of course.
Championship leader Watson.
He's got one final lap. What can he do? He's currently in the pits. So, just going to leave it as late as he can. I don't want to wait too much longer.
We want to say Championship leader. He's also of a unique variety to choose the number 2 on his car. Because he is the second. Oh. Maybe you would like the number 2 because it kind of says you're the second best driver. But there are 3 drivers on the grid that choose to have the number 2 on their car.
How bizarre.
Watson, Val,
what would your number be?
29 every time.
29, yeah.
On a few occasions I've been told it's already been...
Project H with a big slide.
Whoa!
Sector 2 there.
That is... amazed.
Looking good for him until then.
Amazed he managed to grab the
back. Going to improve now. 6 tenths down, so that's the end of his run. Right. We've got Ozus starting a lap. We've got Dave starting a lap.
Storm!
Everyone. They're all starting their final runs now. So, it's going to get busy now. Here comes Val through sector 2. He's very wide. Oh, he's 2 tenths up though.
Yeah.
Which currently wouldn't alter his position, unfortunately. He's in hot lap as well, so far from optimal. But here he comes around the final corner in the Ferrari.
Oh, he's got a lot of time in that last sector. And he lost it all again on the run.
Goes up to 14th for now. So, I think he'll be disappointed with that, to be honest.
Got Z Dave making up a lot of time. 4 tenths up currently. Oz is not making up much time. You've got High Life, a little bit of time in his pocket.
Yeah, we got Deegs coming through the final sector. He'll be the first one, I believe. 6 tenths up. Coming to the last corner. As the checker flag falls. And that is the end of qualifying, so these are the final laps.
Oz is with a minimal improvement. And that's a big jump from
goes up to P8. Here comes D Dave. Goes onto the front row for now.
Big old jump from there, well done. Shatters.
Here is Steersy. Here comes Steersy. He's half a tenth down at the moment. Might still be enough, you know. Here comes round the final corner.
Mm,
Can he improve? He can just. Here comes High Life. Can High Life get onto the front row? Potentially. He can. He goes fast. What like that? Wow. But here comes Hilly as well. Hilly is also 3 temps up. This could be very close. Here comes Hilly. What can he do? Goes second.
Not quite enough. Yeah, he was 4 tenths up, I think. But
What about the championship leader, Watson? He's up. What can he do? It's only P6 for Watson.
only P6 is a good lap time. That's the thing. You look at P6, you have a look at everyone above that.
Yeah. Top 4 have created their own little gap, really.
I don't want to say this too loudly, but Watson isn't the fastest driver. But what he has done this season, oh, I'm going to regret saying this. He's kept a consistent pace and kept out of incidents.
Yes.
That's got him results. He may not be fast,
Yeah.
but if Watson keeps out of incidents, he gets good results.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. So there you go then. That was the end of qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got High Life on pole in the Sauber with Hilly alongside, and then Steersy and Z-Dave on the second row. Watson on Oz is on debut in P5, and then Watson in P6. Shadow's an excellent P7, and then Blazing Flame P8, and then it's father and son on row 5 with Ben and Project H. King Kev in P11, Deegs, Oscar, Gamer Plays, Biker Craig, Val, Monkey, Brit, and Killer G, and then Ransdell rounds out the grid, having declined qualifying and elected to start from the back. So
Interesting race for him then.
we'll now have a little run, have a little break, I believe, of 3 or 4 minutes. So shall we go through the standings potentially?
Oh,
If we can find them.
we're not going to play a game
got
of
them?
what's that flag? Oh,
Oh, we can have a little look. Let's have a little look. What we got?
because I think it was Blazing Flame had a new flag that we've not played.
That is the Hungarian flag, I do believe.
Yeah, well, you'd be correct, and
Too easy.
clearly one of those that
Yeah.
changes the flag for the race. Do you want to have a quick run through the championship order?
Yeah. Let me just get out the standings.
Well, I've got them in front of me, and it's.
Oh, you crack on then.
Oh, here we go then. Okay, so out in the lead, Watson on 98 points, 3 podiums in the first 4 races. He's very consistent, driving 7 points behind Z Dave, who has now taken on a full-time seat, so will be expected to attend the majority of races. Only 7 points behind, 2 wins, the most of any driver currently. Third, Hilly, 11 points off Watson. Also with 3 podiums from his 3 races that he's competed in. That must be the highest average points of competed racing. Little way off, you've got Emma Plays in 4th, so 22 points off Watson. So there's a little bit of a runaway from the top 3 there at the moment. Marcus in 5th, who we haven't got tonight, is that correct?
He's not here,
He's
unfortunately.
not here, so Marcus will be losing some positions, and we would expect from his 5th place currently in the championship. High Life, a couple of disappointing races, a couple of little incidents in a couple of races recently. I know I definitely saw a couple, Australia and Belgium, we didn't score very well, but he's in 6th. He is 28 points off the championship lead. He'd be hoping to overtake Marcus in 5th at least, possibly if he gets a few places on Gamer Plays into 4th. Steersy only down in 7th currently on 69 points. No podiums yet for the league owner, and his head admin just behind him on 44 points, 25 points. So that's the top 7. Kind of running away with it, and a bit of a gap down to 8th with Kev. Kev's teammate Shadow's in 9th, both in McLaren. He's in 10th. And then some of the drivers that have not completed races or not managed to attend the races a bit further down with that, with Miller in 11th, Val in 12th, who has attended all the races, but I think he's been got a bit unlucky here and there. Ransdell with his 1 race, 1 win in 13th, Biker Craig 14th, Star 15th as a reserve, Ben 16th, Leo 17th, Foxtrot 18th, Monkey 19th, Christian Uchiwa, which I have pronounced terribly, 20th, 54S 21st, Project H 22nd, and Brit taking the wooden spoon in 23rd currently.
Excellent. Thank you. And do you have the constructors table?
I
Or do you want me to do that one?
Oh, feel free, Whale. Feel free. I'll take a sip of water.
So we've got Alpine leading the way with 131 points. So that is Watson and Killer G. And then 11 points behind, we've got Aston Martin and Haas joint second on 120. And then behind them, we've got Mercedes with 109. And then 2 points further back, we've got Sauber of High Life and Deegs. I would say potentially one of the favourites, really, in my eyes. And then sixth, we've got Monkey and Steersy in the Racing Bulls, which is perhaps a surprise to see them so far down, but only 25 points off the lead. And obviously, we're only 4 races in. And then we've got Red Bull, McLaren, Williams, and Ferrari bringing up the field in 10th place with 51 points.
Very nice.
Oh, so, Hilly says, have a fun race. You too, Hilly. Stay out of trouble and have fun. Yeah, we should be going any second now for the formation lap, I believe.
As soon as the formation lap comes on, I will have my weather forecast on my telemetry here. I've had a little tidbit.
Here we go.
We might have something interesting
Here we
going
go.
on.
Formation lap gets underway.
I can't see anything
Shall we
yet.
go through the tyre choices? We got the top 5 all on the mediums, and then Watson in P6. No surprise to see him on the hard tyres. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 all on the mediums. And then Oscar in 13th, gone for the hards as well. And Biker Craig 15th, also on the hards. Everyone else on the medium tyres. Perhaps surprised to see Ransdell not going for something different. But
Who won the?
he's got the pace to clear the field.
I reckon so. I reckon it'll be battling for the lead by the end. And the little tidbit that I
sure.
have heard is that quite possibly we're seeing a bit of rain towards the end. So with the hard tyres potentially going 24 laps, potentially 24 laps on the hard tyres. Those started on the hard tyres, so I hope that rain comes a little bit earlier and they can creep into that rain, goes around to winters. But I think they'll be missing that. I don't think they'll quite get to the rain. So maybe risk it and go medium. Play it safe, go and then into the end, or maybe play it safe and go medium hard and see what happens with the rain. We've had some interesting weather recently in some of the WAO races where you're not quite sure what tyre you should be on.
Yes.
So
particularly a race at Belgium a few weeks back. I seem to remember.
Nearly happened at Silverstone as well.
Yeah.
You think that the track temperature, the air temperature is still quite high at the moment. So even if it does start to rain, it might not get wet enough with the track temperature of where it is. So we'll have to see how we're going.
Yeah. So come round now onto the grid for the start of the race. Abril, predictions. Who's going to win? Give us a name.
I'm going to go controversial here. I reckon there's a Scottish Haas driver that might just wheel his way through. I don't like to say it too loudly, but
Really?
I think two of the Scottish drivers in 4th and 5th could have a little go out the front.
I'm going to go for Steersy in 3rd. Anyway, enough of that. Here we go. Here come the lights. Everyone appears to be ghosting bizarrely, but 5 lights are on. And we're underway here in Hungary. Looks like a clean start from High Life. Alright, give me a good camera angle, please. Here we go. High Life leads into turn 1. There's a car off in the background on the grass. Look like a racing ball. And then there's Steersy up into P2, then Hilly down to 3rd. C-Dave retains P4 for now. There's 2 Hasses, and there's a McLaren and a Ferrari side by side into turn 2.
They were phasing through each other on my
word.
screen. This is
Chaos back there.
it's been bowling into turn 1 as well.
Everyone got a car off in the background. Not too sure who that was, but they're all through the first sector nice and safely.
Ransdell 13th already. 1 corner, 1 sector now. And he's up into 13th, 7 places gained. Top 5 pretty much retaining themselves to the top 5.
Yeah. Where are we? We've got Project H up 4 places up to P6. Great start from him. Ransdell up 7, like you said. Ben down 9, so I saw a car off, it must have been him, unfortunately. Hopefully not taken out by his son. As we come now to the end of the first lap, it's High Life in the lead. Steersy up to second, Hilly in third, Z Dave P4. We know the pace of those top four. We would expect Ozers to potentially drop back from those guys, unfortunately. Wouldn't expect the top four to be creating their own little DRS train, I would imagine.
Is there much of a DRS train around here? Or is it a case of you just kind of stick?
Yeah.
The optimum strategy is constantly stay 8/10 away from the car in front. You don't get dirty air, you do get DRS.
Yeah. It looks like Ransdell's made a bit of an error. He's lost a couple of places and he's got damage to the front wing there. Both end plates missing for Ransdell. It's far from ideal. So it's made his difficult evening even trickier, unfortunately for him. And the Williams. Far from ideal, for sure. Will he pit and go to a two-stop, or will he try and hang it out?
Interesting.
It's tricky, but he's miles off the tree. He's got no.
He's got nothing.
Very, very understeer. Not a lot he can do, unfortunately.
And he's looking at the stats here. He's actually got a little bit more damage on the left side, and with a clockwise
and
circuit.
he does pit, unsurprisingly, into the pit lady Cubs. Good evening, Ryan. Good evening, Chris. Chris is enjoying listening to us while practicing for Baku. Sorry to hear that. Steersy now right on the back of High Life. So, said the top four would break away, and I've absolutely nailed that prediction. Oz is dropping back, sitting comfortably in fifth for now, though. His teammate just over a second behind him.
Championship leader Watts in ninth currently, so he's dropped a few places off the start. He's kind of trapped at the back of that little train there.
Let's go on board with the championship leader through the middle sector. See what he can do. Got his mate Kev just behind him.
Whoa!
Friends in real life, I believe. And Steersy has made a mistake there.
Sideways through the last fast right-hander in the second sector.
That is far from ideal for him. Ransdell rejoined, by the way. 38 seconds off the lead, so he's got a lot of work to do. They're all joining now. Hello, James. That is a left High Life with a 2-second lead out front. But will Z Dave be able to do anything against Hilly into turn one? He had a little look at the inside.
He had a look, thought about it.
Certainly thought about it. Not really enough ERS to attack into turn two, unfortunately.
Just watching Little Shadows versus Project H battle at the end of the first sector, but it looks like Shadows has got out ahead there. Very nice racing.
Watson will just want to keep it out of trouble.
That looks scarier than it really was.
A little bit of lag, I think, from Project H there. Unfortunately.
Yes, it's
Very scary on board with Watson there.
as he always does. Watson just sitting behind and keeping him out of trouble.
Yeah.
It's trademark, isn't it?
Burning battery through that middle sector. Yeah. Carsey would not be happy to see that. He would not like that. Ooh, Watson. You want to get past these guys because
He's lining
they're
something
lagging
up.
around, unfortunately.
He's lining something up. He'll absolutely send this on Project H into the first corner, whether he's got the right placement or not. But he's kept within half a second. But
Project H has got zero battery, so it should be quite an easy move for Watson. He goes to the inside. Project H late on the brakes, but way too deep, unfortunately. Can he hand it around the outside though? Wow.
bit of nudgy.
Watson is through up into P8. It's a crucial move for him. Project H well out of shape. Here comes Kev. Oh, I don't know if he's out of shape or if he's lagging. This is a nightmare. We're going to go watch someone else. Let's go on board with Steersy, how's he getting on? He's made a quick recovery to get onto the back of these two, but he's allowed High Life to gain a 2.5 second lead as we've got Monkey round in the back for P17. He's had a little spin, unfortunately. Tricky corner that one, turn 4. Looks like he's got wing damage, but yeah, he's got no wing at all.
And you know, we were saying earlier on how Oses has dropped off this lead pack. Well, he's regained. He's got back onto it, and James Oses is James's vote for winning the race. Which that's 2 of us, James. There we go.
Yeah,
there's 2 of us. So, but he's got back into this little pack at the front, just off High Life out in the lead. But just an interesting one for you here, just as I'm looking at some of the telemetry that I have available. There is one driver of the telemetry I can see is burning his tyres up far more than all of the other medium runners, and that driver is Z Dave. He seems to be absolutely ripping through them. I don't know what he's doing differently, but he's ripping through his tyres at almost double other people.
Interesting. As Kev picks up a penalty, unfortunately. It looks like Project H made a little mistake in turn 1.
Yeah.
It's a shame for him. It's cost him quite a few places. He's dropped. Let me gamble my channel points on the noses win.
We have
Shock Watson started hard. That is Oscar. What is he doing?
He was
Can I have a look?
stationary for a very long time there. No
He's got
front
absolutely no front wing. A lot of people losing their wings today.
The walls aren't that close, really.
No. That middle sector though, it is particularly easy to drop a wheel on the grass. It's Killer G. Oh my word. We are now calling him Killer G, thanks to James. Still need to clarify with him what his name actually is. As in comes Oscar then. That is a disaster. Ransdell, by the way, up now, what will be 16th in a second, and he has gained 3 seconds on the leaders. So he is the fastest guy on the track by a distance, I would say, at the moment.
Running purples. Yeah.
Surely he can't win from here with no safety car, but we'll see.
I'm seeing in 30 minutes that the percentage chance of rain has gone up to 20% and it'll be overcast. But that's getting rather towards the end of the race. So we'll see in 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes when my weather forecast expands. But no sign of rain in the next half hour.
Yes, James, he did start last, and then he picked up damage into turn 1 on the second lap. Unfortunately for Ransdell. He was 38 seconds off the lead. He's now down to 34. We're going to go back on board now with Watson here, right on the back of Shadders. Watson can see his championship rivals racing off into distance. They're now over 10 seconds ahead as here he comes out the inside for P7. Can he get it done? Looks like he can.
Relatively pedestrian for him.
Shadders
Took the inside line, owned the corner, and just well ahead by the apex and stayed ahead into turn 2.
Gamer plays taking P11 from Val there.
Yeah, wouldn't
Now going along nicely in P12 for now.
imagine Gamer plays
Solid.
Gamer plays a little bit disappointed with this position at the moment.
Yeah, he did drop right to the back at the start, so it's not a bad recovery at all. Really, as Val picks up 3 seconds, completely cut the corner. We were on board with him.
High Life.
Ose is in P5 still, by the way, doing a brilliant job.
Yeah, Ose 4 just chasing
Yeah,
High
High
Life
Life as
has
well.
extended his lead just by about a second in the last few laps. So, still pushing away. You think this battle behind them it's not really a battle. They're being a bit just cautious about it. No big sends, but they're all going to be losing out. Hilly's going to be wanting to be in burn battery, possibly in the wrong places to protect his lead. All the drivers behind are going to get dirty air, burn up their tyres. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pit stop face starting in the next few laps. really, particularly.
Yeah.
And Z-Dave might be one of the first because he is burning through his tyres.
Yeah, you just got to be very careful with the traffic around here because it is so difficult to overtake. But of course, with a tyre offset, I guess it becomes a little bit easier. But you don't want to rejoin in traffic and then potentially lose out on places when you could stay out. When they're still pulling away from the midfield runners, really. You look at, I don't know how long a pit stop is around here, but
Well,
there is quite a big gap.
is that you asking how long a pit stop will be?
Well, if you know, I'm sure you can tell me.
20 seconds you will lose in a pit
20
stop, roughly.
seconds, okay. So really, if you're going to pit, now would be a good time, because there is quite a big gap between the Aston Martin in P10
Yeah,
and
you would be
P11.
correct. All of the top 5, if they pit now, would rejoin in P10 currently. So they're all, that is their gap currently. There is a nice tidy gap there. If you take the hards from lap 10, it's a stretch to get them to the end, but you should be able to do it, apart from drivers who burn up their tyres. But if you think there's going to be a bit of rain at the end, if that's definite, maybe you do take that
Here
slightly
comes
earlier
Watson
pit
again.
stop.
On the inside of Blazing Flame up into P6 now. Watson making moves. He's up to P6, so you can see the gap now is 9 seconds between the next car.
Excuse me, that is championship leader Watson to you.
Sorry. Championship leader Watson up to P6. Making some great moves.
It's a chunk of a gap, though, isn't it? 9 seconds.
It is.
Yeah, he's got clear air. It will manage to cool down his engine now. He'll get a little bit more power out of it, and he won't have the dirty air through the corners that the 4 ahead of him or the 3 ahead of him are getting. So he might gain some time. I don't expect to see, the 8 seconds he needs to get into DRS time game before the pit stops happen.
No, but he should have the better tyres at this stage compared to the guys in front being on the hards. But again, I'm sure you'll tell me otherwise if I'm wrong.
Not everyone shares their telemetry with me, but being on hards, you'd expect that as the graph.
11 laps here. Yeah. Shouldn't be too long before the medium guys will have to pit as well. So we've got Williams off. That is Brit 89, and that is a safety car. Why? Is there anyone else off?
I can see.
He's lost his wing again.
It's quite likely.
He's lost his wing.
If there's carbon fibre on the racing line, it quite often goes to safety car just automatically. So if you've dropped a full wing and it's sitting on the racing line, they quite often go safety car.
I'd say that's a fairly cheap safety car.
Here you go, right? How much does this screw Watson?
Yeah.
What does he do now?
What does he do?
Does he go to another set of hards and pray for the rain? Does he have another set of hards? All of the top 5, they're pitting. Are they going to come out ahead of Watson even with the gap that they've got?
Potentially. It is a disaster for anyone who started on the hard tyres.
It's a disaster, darling. Like Craig Revel.
Saved a few guys at the back who had damage early on. That has brought them, going to bring the whole pack right back together, which is crucial for them guys to keep them.
And
interest in the race.
Still has managed to get in a pit stop and still sits P13, so it really benefits him for here.
I'd imagine the top 5 have got no choice but to pit at this point. In comes the race leader.
He'd be stupid not to, and it's perfect time for Z-Dave as well. He's definitely burning up his tyres more than anyone. He's at front left on 62%. Well, I'm seeing drivers behind him on only 34.
Oh wow, crazy. Yep, they are indeed all in. Top 5. Watson does stay out, which might not be the best idea.
I don't think he had any other option. Is he going to beat any of the... To pull into second?
He's going to come out in second, I believe. He might even get the lead.
No, he didn't quite pass high life before the safety car line.
Quite. We've also got Kev staying out, very bizarrely, on the mediums.
That is, I would say,
very interesting call.
A poor choice.
Yes. Certainly an interesting one. Who knows? He might know something we don't. But looking up at the sky.
Well,
think-
my 30-minute, I'm seeing overcast in 15 minutes. In 30 minutes, we've got a 37% chance of rain, which is still not loads. That's still half hour. It might not
No.
rain at all at this race.
Yeah, but with the safety car, it only increases the chance, of course. The guy's going a lot slower pace now for the next 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah. This safety car be out for a while. Look at the field spread, and you're going to have quite a long safety car here.
Yeah, everyone's still on the lead lap though, so all to play for. All 20 cars still running. James says this is going to get messy.
I think you'd be right.
Yes, I would have to agree with you.
I think the places you see it get messy, you see Craig, Kev, and Watson probably slightly out of position with their tyres and the pit stop they've chosen not to take. Versus, Ozers from that lead pack sitting in 8th now behind those 3 drivers will want to get past Spike and Craig fairly quickly. And Kev as well, with Steers sitting behind him, will want to try and get ahead of those. And maybe Watson will be able to hold on. Difficult to overtake here and create a top 6. I think this is really hamstrung Watson for his race. Kev, I think that's a very poor decision not to pit off the mediums. He might think it's too early. I don't think it is. I think everyone will get to the end fine.
Certainly a strange choice. You would have thought Kev would be straight in the pits, but who knows? He might prove us wrong.
But here's the thing, right? Is I think that the hard tyres last 25 laps.
Yeah.
With 22 laps to the end, let's say 20 by the time the safety car comes in. It's near enough perfect, but you look at Z Dave and how much he was burning his tyres. Maybe Kev is on a similar run to that and just does not think that he can hold the hard tyres for that long, which, but then if he thinks that, then he'll want to get to the end on one pit stop, and it makes more sense to make one pit stop in green flag than a pit stop under safety car and another pit stop under green. So, if he's made his calculations right, it'll be the best choice for him. It may not make sense to us, but it might be the best choice for him and his overall race time.
We shall see. Certainly going to be exciting, whatever happens. Could be some high drama. Of course, we've got Ransdell as well. Don't forget Ransdell. Sat there in 13th. Will Monkey catch the field in time
what I
for
was
us
just
to get
thinking.
started?
I think he will. I think he'll catch the back of the field and be a very late safety car call. There we go.
There it is. Now, when does he go? High life, leading the race.
As he has done all race.
From the pole position, of course, as well. When does he go? Watson in P2. Can he stick with him? Watson's just got no grip in comparison through that final corner, and we're back racing. Hilly will want to get past Watson straight away into turn 1 if he can. He's going to go have a look down the inside. Oh, it's a little bit of wheel banging. He should be able to pull it off. Can he do it? He's through. Here comes Z-Dave as well. Watson is not giving up. Oh, there's a bit of contact with Hilly and Z-Dave there.
Z-Dave still had his rear axle alongside Watson and couldn't turn in, but Hilly only left him a car's width. Which is all he thought he had to leave. But, here we go. Oh! Z-Dave
Hilly's gone.
Yeah, just Z-Dave turning a little bit early into the hairpin, and just knocking the front axle of Hilly around a little bit. Nothing too serious. Just maybe a little bit.
Is now right on the back of Kev. Want to get past him as soon as he can.
He's going to have so much better grip. He's going to be infuriated through this middle sector.
Yeah, you can see the guys ahead of him getting away, which is a chance of a good result. Getting thrown away, unfortunately.
Just in front of that.
Should be able to get past him into turn 1.
Just in front of that, Stacey on the back of Watson as well.
Stacey and Watson side by side, yeah. Watson defending with all he's got, really.
He hasn't got much though.
He's not really got anything, has he now? Here comes Ozers now. On the inside of Kev into turn 1. Nice and easy. Ransdell's retired from the session, unfortunately, in the pit lane. So he's had enough.
I didn't see him on that safety car restart. Did he get caught up in something again?
Not that I saw. I've got a permanent yellow flag, unfortunately. It's bizarre. There we go. It's cleared now.
Yeah, it's just Ramsdell's car, which seemed to retire in the pit lane rather than coming back out the pits, which was useful to.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how he does that. So it might be worth finding out because that's a very safe way to retire your car.
Interesting. Oz is now trying to get past Watson. His race is ruined, really. And oh, they're side by side. Oz is on the grass. They bang wheels. Oh, Watson's forced it. Oh my word!
Oh, that is some forceful overtaking from Oz on Watson there.
Well, he's through. He's got through, but not without a bit of drama. Blimey.
Do you want
Kev just sinking down the order, unfortunately.
Do you want my best Carol Kirkwood impression?
Go ahead.
We're seeing rain in 30 minutes, an 88% chance of rain in 30 minutes. So, is 30 minutes in time for the end of the race?
Not quite.
Not quite.
No.
But I've only got 15-minute increments, so that might come in 20 minutes. Is that in time for the end of the race? Or is the last few laps? Could get pretty tetchy the last few laps.
If there's another safety car, who on earth is Carol? She's the weather lady, James. Come on. Even I knew that.
Just retired, Carol Kirkwood. After
Really?
26 years on BBC Breakfast. Very nice lady. She seems lovely.
Got the two McLarens now. Goes side by side nearly through that middle sector there. Kev is just a bit of a roadblock, really. It's not really... I don't want to say we called it, but we said it wouldn't work out for him, and
my question
it really hasn't so far.
When does he plan on pitting? Now.
Now. So he's going to drop to last place by quite a distance, unfortunately. It's far from ideal. Here comes Val now. Trying to get past Shadows into turn one. He's going for it. He's gone very, very, very deep. Well off the track there. That is far from ideal. So Steersy's picked up a penalty as well in there somewhere. I didn't see that. But once again, not looking likely for a podium at this stage. Really does surprise me.
So here we are. We're halfway through the race. We've had a safety car. Everyone has pit off their tyres, bar the hard runners of Watson, Biker, Craig. High Life dominating the race, and he had from start to finish 3-second gap to the battling Z Dave and Healy in second and third. 3 seconds against the Steersy on his lonesome. 3 seconds to Osis in fifth. That second and fifth pack broken up now by the safety car and the shenanigans around the cars in the middle. See if they can kind of bring that back together to bring a bit of excitement going.
Watson will be regretting his choice of tyres to start the race, I believe, at this point. Strategy has cost him today so far.
Yeah, but really changed.
Shadows now around the outside of Watson into turn one. Lovely little move there. Watson down to P9 now. So, could see the end of Watson's championship lead today, unfortunately. It is slipping away from him with those very old tyres that he's been on since the start of the race.
Praying for another safety car here will
really
be
struggling.
In his Alpine.
Yeah. It's not the first time a safety car has cost him this season. Of course, Australia, he had the choice to pit late on in the race and elected not to, which ultimately cost him the win. As Val had a little look down the inside through that middle sector. Watson really struggling now. Val is very wide through there, and Oscar's sliding. They're all sliding through there. Craig as well. He's also had his race ruined.
Oh,
He's Brit now.
On the other side of this, we look at Oscar Miller, who started on the hards and pit really early, unfortunately for him, but he's now back up to 11th. Really quite good at the moment. But the other question for him again is, when is he going to pit? He's got to come off those mediums. Can he hold them over to the wet weather? I'm thinking not at the moment.
Yeah. It's definitely not looking likely, with the sky still pretty blue. As here comes Brit on the inside of Killer G. 13th into turn 1. Through he goes. Killer G very wide on the exit there.
And a bit in front of that, we did see Val get past Watson eventually into turn 1. He managed to hold his brakes appropriately, like this lap.
So Kev is now down in 18th. So that is not ideal, but he has got a 5-lap offset against some of the guys ahead of him.
It's not enough.
Not really enough. No. I don't think I have Project H added, James, unfortunately. I will have a look. I do not. Unfortunately, I can't invite him back. Anyway, Hilly now right on the back of Z Dave.
He has been for so many laps, but just there's one overtaking spot here. And if the car in front burns battery, and with the dirty air over the last few corners, you just can't get a good enough run. All Hilly's doing here is burning up his tyres and heating up his engine. The more he heats up his engine by being stuck behind it, the less power he has down the straight, the less chance he has to overtake Steve Dave.
Tricky one.
It's a tricky one. Do you back off and cool down your engine and try again a couple of laps later, or do you just stick on the back and hope to pressure them into a mistake? But we are seeing Steersy catch up to this as well, which could throw a little interest into the battle for P2.
Yeah. Steersy, of course, with that 3-second penalty though, which is against him at the moment. Watson down to 10th now and still has to pit. This has not been a good afternoon for the championship leader at all. Here comes Hilly now with the DRS, just over half a second back. Is there anything he can do? Into turn 1, not close enough, unfortunately.
And you'll see it repeated lap after lap. It could be half a second coming off the last corner. We'll get within a couple of tenths, but you just so difficult.
Watson now pits. There was no safety car or no rain for him, so in he comes. Where will he rejoin? Imagine around about just behind Kev, I would have thought. Kev has undercut him there. So Watson will rejoin in P16. That is a disaster. What can he do? Can he get back into the top 10 potentially? We shall wait and see. As we got Kev round. And he's lost his wing. So his race goes from bad to worse, unfortunately. It's a nightmare for Kev as Watson picks up a penalty, which will lose him an extra point, of course. Which I hadn't mentioned tonight so far. You do get an extra point in the championship if you avoid a penalty. So that is a disaster. As Ben also picks up a penalty, so Ozes comes into the pits.
Interesting.
From P5.
Interesting.
Very interesting call. What tyres will he go for? Let's wait and see. He's going for another set of hards, so he'll be looking to try and go full attack, I guess.
He obviously
rejoin in
thinks
P10.
on his maths that he wasn't going to make it to the end on those hards, but from what I'm seeing elsewhere, it should be relatively easy, I would have thought. Or maybe not, actually. I'm having a look at it. If he's burning up his tires, it looks like there are some drivers that are going to have to stop again before the end of the race, but Otis is counting on there not being rain. And he might have made the right play here if there's not going to be rain. I'm looking at one driver in particular
Yeah.
who burns his tyres a fair chunk, and he's looking at 90% on his front left at the end of the race.
Ooh. Yep. I imagine we'll see a few more people in then in the next 2 or 3 laps.
Wouldn't be surprised.
High Life now 6.5 seconds clear out front. Absolutely dominating this evening. This battle for P2 continues. Steersy now right with them, but this looks like the closest hill he's been so far, but still really 10th or too far back to see Tave there with a very late defensive jolt. Probably not really needed, to be honest.
No, but it threw Hilly off.
Very wide into turn 1 as well.
It threw Hilly off and threw Steersy off because of the braking in that one.
Moses now comes past Oscar up to P9.
He's got.
Moses was 5th, so if he can get a top 4,
I think if he gets,
isn't impossible.
He gets past Foul here, and he's got a good chunk of free air, and he can really. I think there's more than one other driver that needs to pit again. It's all going to come down to whether it rains or not. It is starting to get a bit cloudy. Maybe it's coming pretty soon.
12 laps remaining.
Well, here we go.
So,
in 15 minutes' time, we are seeing 48% chance. So I just don't think this is going to come in time.
It's going to be very tight for sure.
If it's not going to rain again, Ozers might have made absolutely the right strategy call here. If it's not going to rain in time.
Absolutely. Let's see what he does now. He should be able to clear Val here. Start of the next lap. It's not really any place to overtake through sector 3. Should be able to get it done pretty easily, and he.
That's interesting.
Oscar with a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Watson, by the way, back up to P11 now. So, we're looking to salvage.
So here's
something.
Here's something. If we're saying Otis has made a good strategy call here, has Watson made a good strategy call here?
Well, potentially, but
he's 14 seconds off Otis.
Yeah. Not looking great for him at this stage compared to some of the other people in the championship hunt with him. Killer G picks up another 3-second penalty there. So we're now on to lap 25. High Life now 8 seconds clear out in front. Controlling the race. Bit of a slide there.
Only thing that's going to stop him now is a really bad mistake. He can make a couple of little mistakes now. You just play it safe. You don't push too hard. He's got the fastest lap currently. That's not going to be taken away from him. So
just could still be safety car, of course. There could still be some rain. Anything could happen.
And it usually does.
Exactly that. Hilly now really will be getting frustrated. It is getting very cloudy up ahead. Up above. Now as Watson gets past Britt up into P10 then for Watson. Decent recovery so far, but not what he was hoping for, I'm sure. So these three cannot be separated now. Less than a second between the three of them.
I'm just not sure what any of them can do. Without mistakes, I don't see any change in this order.
It's all about the final corner, really. See, Dave is just leaving him through it.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I do see a change in this order.
Here we go. Here comes Hilly. Oh, bit wide. Bit of contact with Steersy there. Hilly on the power, nearly loses it.
I'll tell you
what did you say, sorry?
I see a change in this order and before that overtake attempt, because Z Dave's tyres are not going to make it to the end without being very deep
So he is
impact range.
gambling on there being a safety car or some rain now at this stage. 10 laps remaining.
I don't like
Project
ghosting.
change there, unfortunately. Can't get him back in the lobby. Don't have him added, unfortunately. Might be something I can do for next time, get these guys added. So we can invite them back. But will they pit or will they pray for rain? It's definitely getting a little bit dark.
I don't think it's going to arrive in time. From what I'm seeing, we're not going to have another pit stop onto winters. I'd love to know what percentage Hilly and Stacey tyres are on, because if they're anything like Z Dave's, then they need to make another pit stop. It's just not viable to go to the end on this. Could get interesting.
High life. Completely in control this evening.
No doubt.
Very, very nice to see. Nearly 10 seconds out front now. See Dave really struggling here on those tyres.
You would be. Blimey. I mean, again, I'm looking at other drivers that have had the hards on the same amount of laps, and it just looks like Z-Dave does something to his tyres that the other drivers aren't. That's
very interesting.
His driving style must be quite aggressive.
Yeah. Hilly and Stizzy be getting very frustrated now.
I think they'll both have an idea of seeing Z-Dave about how his tyres are, and will be seeing that he's going very slowly, and expect a mistake or a chance somewhere. Not if Steve makes mistakes like that though. Slightly deep into turn one.
So, board with Oses now around the final corner, looking to get P7 here from Shadders. Will he get it done before turn one? He will. Through he goes.
6 laps since he's pit, and he's made up, what, that 10 seconds to Shadders that he was behind at the pit stop? We wanted a couple more places, I reckon. Back to his...
Yep, well he was P5, yep. And keep this pace up, he might be able to catch the top 4. Potentially.
No, I think that's pushing it a bit, unless they will have to pit again, which I think they're all going to be stretching it out as much as they can. But Moses pit, played it safe, and he's likely here going to get back to his original position. So he's not lost anything. He's just played it safe. A very sensible move, really.
Yeah. Well, still no rain, from what I can see, but Z Dave can't make the end. He's got to pit at some point.
You would have thought. Unless he's just going to brave it past 80%.
Yep. No reason why he can't, but it's far from optimal.
Well, you know, you get past 80% and there's a 50% chance of a puncture. Either it happens or it doesn't.
Yeah, very true, very true. But you can see the lead now. Going up over a second a lap, so...
Have a quick look at last laps.
Clearly struggling.
See, so last lap for High Life at 20.5, and the 3 drivers behind are all sitting on 21.2s. That's 7 tenths.
Yep. Clearly, very little grip left for Z Dave.
And Moses has been the fastest car on the circuit currently.
Yeah. It's looking good for Mr. Roses at the moment.
Yeah.
You're hoping to get past his teammate pretty quickly, yeah?
I mean, I don't know if he took a risk or if he took the safe route, but he's not lost anything by it, so it's definitely the...
Yeah.
definitely the right choice to make, and he's made the overtake there, so fair enough to him in the third sector.
His teammate, big slide, he's got no grip left. All these guys now are just trying to get to the end. Really, the gap between 4th and 5th is 15 seconds then, so probably not possible at this stage, but still a very good effort.
I think even if Dave gets the puncture on the last lap, Ozis isn't catching him. So it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ozis, he hasn't listened, I think. You know,
No.
it's the right strategy call for him, fair play. Can't be the same said for Watson. He just made a mistake on shooting his tyre at the start, which I don't think he'll change his mind on that, though. He will continue to do the same thing. Current
He
championship
always
leader
does.
Watson.
Not for much longer though, if it stays like this, unfortunately. Still no rain. Those clouds are very dark indeed now.
Oh, it'll be tipping it down on the podium, but there's nothing coming in this race I don't expect.
No. This looks pretty close now for Hilly. 4 attempts back. Is this his chance? He's going to go for it around the outside. There's just not enough grip on the outside, unfortunately. But, oh, big slide there. If he hadn't have had that slide, I think he would have been alongside into turn 2 there. That is a real shame for him.
Oh, here we go. Camera plays going for the 6th position on Blazing Flame. Trying to,
Blazing Flame really struggling now.
okay.
His tyres are finished.
Every point counts for Gamma Plays in his fight for the highest championship position. He's still way out there. He'll still be thinking about the championship, so extra couple of points getting into 6th will be good for him.
Absolutely. Very nice. In comes Oscar Miller from P12.
Yeah, the small incident on the last lap, I'm actually knocked part of his wing off, and he'll just need to come in and sort that out, even if it's just the last 5 laps.
Yeah.
Just
High life now. 4 laps to go. Go on, sorry.
Just having a look at the gained positions, and I was saying Gamer Plays got himself up to 6th. That is 8 positions gained from his grid position, so actually a really good race for him. Only kind of the only person who's made that sort of gain is Val, up 6 places into 10th. So 2 good races from those 2 drivers.
Yeah, looking good for the bonus point at the end of the race for commentators driver of the day as well, potentially.
Potentially.
Well, won't jinx it yet. Still 4 laps to go. Just go. There's the rain. It is raining.
Is it? That is.
Yeah. Not sure how long it has been raining for, but it's definitely rain on the screen.
Well, that is interesting. What do you do now?
Well, how heavy is the rain going to be? It's 3 laps to go. So,
if you want my prediction here, I'm saying 37-degree track temperature. I don't think it's going to settle.
yeah,
I don't think it's going
not gonna. No, got to stay out if you can.
There's going to be a couple of drivers here who take the risk, but you don't do it in the next couple of laps, and by that point it's lap 34, and do you bother to do it at all? Probably not.
Killer G is the first one in. It's down in 7th, 18th now. Let's see what tyres he goes for. He has gone for the Inters, so he'll give us a reference. See what it's like.
I'll have a look at the sector times.
Everyone else, though, staying out for now. Of course, only 3 laps to go. It's not really... It's nowhere near hard enough, this rain, at the moment. Really. To have any effect.
It'd be really interesting to see where Hilly and Stacey's tyres are, because C. Dave is now in puncture territory.
Wow. Okay. Still 2 laps to go.
And it's still the closest battle, as it has been for the last 10, 15 laps. Still the closest battle on the
Yeah.
track is for this second place, but no change. Even the
Right.
little looks we've had,
You can see that they're struggling for grip though.
and the winner out of this is Ozers. His tyres are the newest. He's going to get the most grip in these conditions.
Yep. Doing a great job. Comfortably in P5. No real threat behind. Yes. Obviously Steersy has got a penalty, but he's not going to catch enough, I don't think.
Wouldn't expect so. Just
Lap and a half to go. Can Z-Dave keep his tyres inflated? That is the question, really.
see.
Can. Be an excellent P2 if he can hold on.
Absolutely. Have I got Alpine down there on the Inters is not doing anything special on those.
No.
I'd say 4 to 5 seconds off the pace in the middle sector alone.
Crazy. Well, we are now on the final lap, so no one else is going to gamble. There's no. The rain, had it have come 3 or 4 laps earlier, might have influenced a few guys, but there's no damage done really.
Who's that on?
So we've got Hilly off the road.
Oh, there's a lapped car trying to unlap himself. Oh,
And Hilly's spun. Hilly's spun. He's had a collision with Steersy there. Will that allow Ozers through?
I'm gonna say it again.
The track is now
it's
very
this-
wet.
it's-
Ozers takes P4.
The lapped car is ghosting through everyone trying to unlap himself. I don't like ghosting.
Cost Hilly.
I don't like ghosting.
No, that is not ideal at all.
Not following blue
We go to
flags.
High Life now.
Just so rude.
Who is that? It's Oscar Miller. Z Dave's teammate, nonetheless. We're going to go to High Life though. Through the final sector now. Absolutely dominant display from him this evening. Never looked under any real threat at all, to be honest. Round the final corner, and he is going to be the winner of round 5 here in Hungary. Crosses the line. Will Z Dave's tyres hold on though? They're all struggling now. Looks like Z Dave is going to get to the end in an excellent P2. No one's got any grip left.
No.
Z Dave second. Steersy gets that first podium. Oz is an excellent P4 then. Hilly, well, he's not going to be particularly happy with P5, but it is P5. Gamer Plays will be an excellent P6 and a very strong contender for driver of the day for sure, along with Shadows in P7. Then we have Blazing Flame on debut, crawling around the final corner for P8. Watson down in P9. It looks like he's got damage.
Oh, I can't see. Front left.
Watson. They're all really struggling now. There's just no grip left on the track. Watson P9, Val P10, excellent job. Biker Craig will be P11. Then it'll be Diggs and Ben in 12th and 13th to complete the order this evening. Eventually they'll cross the line. That final corner looking really tricky. So there we go.
Last lap nearly 12 seconds slower than the fastest lap, so rain was coming down towards the end, really came in to make it interesting.
2 or 3 laps earlier, and that would have been a very dramatic end.
Yeah.
But wasn't to be, unfortunately. But there we are. High life then. Wins in Hungary. I believe it's his first win in the league. And that will close the gap in the title between himself, Z-Dave, Hilly, Steersy, and Watson, of course. Watson down in P9.
Is that former championship leader, Watson?
Quite possibly. We'll have to have a look. I think Z-Dave was second at the time, so he should take the lead into the next race, which is Monza. So that'll be good fun.
The Temple of Speed.
So yeah, join us next Monday for that one. I'll be back with someone hopefully alongside me. We shall see nearer the time, but do we have a prime contender for Driver of the Day, Admiral?
I don't think there's a prime contender. I think there's multiple drivers who have performed excellently today. You could make it really easy and just go high life. You know, he's got the Grand Slam. He led every lap, got the pole position, got the fastest lap. You can't look past that. But you look at drivers like Z Dave and you go, how did he hold that position on the tyres that he had? And he held second for those 15, 20 laps after the safety car. It's just impressive. And then you drivers, who was it who came up through the ranks, got 8 positions gained? Was that
Game of Plays?
Game of Plays, of course. Game of Plays, who was going so many positions in a track that you can't overtake on it. That's really impressive. So, the 3 drivers that have done exceptionally today, I think it's. I think it's difficult to choose between them.
Yeah. Well, personally, I would go for Game of Plays, to be honest. I think High Life's got enough points.
Yeah, High Life's got enough points. I mean, surely there's a point for a Grand Slam. Surely there's a point for that. I mean, where's the league owner?
You'd think so.
Where's the league owner when you need him? Get a point for a Grand Slam. Oh, I've got an idea. I've got an idea in season 9 suggestions. Hold on. Yeah. Game of Plays. 8
so yeah, we're going to go
gained.
for Game of Plays. 14th to 6th. Superb effort. You will receive an extra point. Whether that means anything, I don't know really, but congratulations anyway. We'll be back next week for the Temple of Speed, Monza. So join us for that one. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week. Thank you and good night.